Okay, here we go.
Here we go without mic.
Hello YouTube. I'm using my condenser mic now, but I actually don't know how to use this one correctly. And it's broken. I found out that it's broken and probably I damaged it myself. I didn't take good care of it and it turned out to be broken and I don't know what to do with this. So I'll keep using it as it is, but I don't know. And in which direction or to which direction I should be speaking. When it comes to this condenser mic, I don't know. So, okay, anyway, let's get started. And I videotaped myself speaking using this mic a little while ago, and I checked the sound, and it turned out to be the sound, volume turned out to be a bit lower than the volume I can hear. If I use my iPhone without my mic, when I use this mic, the volume turns out to be lower. So should I edit the video afterwards in order to make it louder? It's easier for you to listen to if the volume is above the certain level, I guess. So, but editing takes time, right? But in this case, I won't do much. All I need to do is to just turn the volume up, right? So it won't take much time, okay? Because I always say because even before starting my sentence, and I don't think that's very good. I should use because after I say something. I say something, and because to explain something, right? So this is one of my habits, and I want to fix it. Anyway, today I had a power nap already after walking my dogs. I have 2 dogs. I took a nap about 2 hours. As usual, I couldn't fall asleep very soon, and I had trouble falling asleep. Today I won't say and much, and sometimes I tend to say and not and, but and sounds much better, right? And sounds a bit annoying, don't you think so? I thought so when I was listening back to my recording yesterday, and this is one of the things that I want to fix today. I want to do it better. Anyway, back to the story. After walking, I was quite tired because I didn't sleep as much as I wanted. I had trouble falling asleep, and I woke up in the middle of the night, even before midnight. I actually went to bed just past a little past 8 p.m. It's quite early, right? I'm like a child now. To wake up very early in the morning, the next morning, this morning, I usually wake up at around 4 now. It's been about a week or 10 days so far since I started waking up this early. to walk my dogs as early as I want, okay, because it's quieter, it's cooler, okay. This way I don't need to meet any other dog owners. One of the dogs, or sometimes two dogs, okay, both of my dogs bark at other dogs, and it's quite troublesome for me. So I really want to walk my dogs during the time there are no other dog owners, many dog owners, okay. And yeah, last night I had trouble falling asleep as usual, and even I woke up in the middle of the night, like 11:30 or so. It had been only 2 hours or so I fell asleep in a real sense. I went to bed just after 8, but I had trouble falling asleep, right, for some time. And probably I went asleep. I fell asleep at around 9:30 or so. And next time I woke up was 11:30 p.m. So I was quite disappointed, okay. I thought that it was already 2 or 3 a.m. at least, but it was way before 2 or 3, right? And I was quite disappointed, but there was nothing I could do, so I just tried to fall back to sleep. But I found this very interesting video, so I was quite lucky, okay. That video came up in my recommended as usual, okay. And usually I think I wouldn't click on such a video, but yesterday somehow, because I was in a haze, I don't know, in a haze, is it okay? I was not totally awake, okay. I was half asleep, I guess, and I clicked on the video to see what it was. And it's a video, okay. It was a video in which two Japanese men, okay. There were two Japanese men, okay, in that video. And I probably knew I had seen them, okay. I had seen them many times on YouTube, but I actually had never seen any videos of them until then. I have known about them, but I had never seen any of their videos, okay. And the title was written in English, so I imagined that they were going to speak in English. And I opened that video. I turned on the video, and there it was. They were speaking in English, and I was interested in it, so I started watching it. And actually, I'm talking about who these two Japanese men are, okay. One of the two is the person who has the channel, okay, and the other person is the guest for that program, okay, for that video. And this person, I mean the channel owner, is a young Japanese guy, and I think he's still in his 20s, or in his early 30s at most, okay. And I've seen him on YouTube many times, especially his short videos. He usually interviews non-Japanese people on streets, and he's quite popular, I guess. And he has many subscribers. This shows that his videos are very popular. Okay, not only Japanese people, for Japanese people, but also his videos are popular among many foreign people. Okay, because his English is English. Oh no, his videos are in English, and people from all over the world can enjoy his videos, right? Okay, and he's a bilingual. He speaks Japanese and English. He's a native Japanese speaker, okay, but he's bilingual. He can speak English fluently, though fluently too, okay. And but since I'm a bit whimsical person, I have I'm a crooked I don't know idea, or I'm a twisted, I don't know, I'm a bit twisted and crooked, and if this person is very popular, it doesn't make me want to watch this person's videos because he's already very famous and popular. And why would I have to watch that popular guy's video or something like that? I tend to feel this way. I don't think this is very good because by watching someone very famous, by watching all those videos made by such very famous popular guy, I can learn a lot probably, okay, how to make my own videos so that my videos can be seen more people, okay, for example. But somehow I was staying away. I was trying to staying away from his videos for such a long time, like for the last 2 years or so, okay. But finally I decided to watch one of his videos on his channel. Okay, he's interviewing this guy, the other Japanese guy, okay, and he's actually a polyglot. I'm talking about that guest, okay. He's a polyglot. He speaks at least 10 languages quite fluently, okay. He can communicate with foreign people in his 10 foreign languages or 9 foreign languages because 1 out of 10 is his mother tongue, which is Japanese, so it cannot be counted as one of 10 foreign languages, right? Okay. And I've also seen him here and there. He has been collaborating with other foreign people because quite a lot because he's a polyglot. He can speak many foreign languages, so he often talks with people from other countries in his foreign languages, and I think he's very popular here on YouTube. Okay. But I'm not very interested in polyglot. Okay. They're too good for me. Okay. They are exceptional for me, and if someone is too exceptional, I'm not interested in that person because that person is too good, too genius, and I can't feel closer to this person. So, in this reason, I'm not very interested in polyglots. Okay, although I want to be able to speak at least 4 languages, including my mother tongue. My second language is English, and I'm speaking English now, right? And my third language is Spanish. I have been studying for such a long time, on and off, and this time around, I'm determined to improve my spoken Spanish. Okay, and my fourth language is Chinese, and I'm thinking of going back to my Chinese after I begin to feel comfortable enough with my Spanish in the very near future. I've been studying Chinese for quite some time, on and off, but I stopped learning Chinese completely about nearly 10 years ago. Okay, and Chinese and Japanese have a lot in common, which is Chinese characters, but still sounds are totally different. Okay, and I love the sound of Chinese, not only the sound of English and Spanish. I'm a kind of a music person. I like music very much, and I consider foreign languages as music. So I really want to create such beautiful sounds myself. So this is the biggest reason for me to want to improve my spoken English. I want to improve my pronunciation, intonation, so that I can create such beautiful sounds myself, like musicians. Okay, musicians want to copy their favorite artists, right? In the same way, I feel the same way, okay? And the other person is a polyglot, but I've never listened to him speaking any foreign languages. Even I've never even listened to him speaking his own language, I mean mother tongue. Okay, so that was my very first time to see the video of both people. I was quite excited. I was a bit scared. I was, yeah, thrilled, but a bit scared because what if they turn out to be exceptional? Then it might make me feel a bit discouraged about myself, right? It always happens. I don't think this is very good for my mentality, for my mindset, because comparing myself to others is not very good, right? It's not constructive, right? Because you cannot compare yourself with any others because they are different. You and they are different, right? You're yourself. I am myself. So I have advantages and disadvantages, and the other people have their advantages, but also disadvantages, right? And you cannot compare yourself to others in many respects. Okay, because just because they are everybody is different. Everybody is unique, and everybody is different. So comparing yourself to others is totally impossible. Okay. I tend to say the same thing over and over again because I cannot control how I speak when it comes to foreign languages. Okay. In my mother tongue, I can do it more easily, but when it comes to foreign languages, I feel dumb, I feel numb, okay? I feel paralyzed, okay? Okay, where was I? Yeah, I started watching their videos and yeah, that was a very good video, excellent video, and I'm happy now that I was able to watch that video because watching that video taught me a lot. Okay. For one thing, they were in that video. They are speaking to each other, talking with each other in English the entire time. Okay, and they sound cool, just cool, and although some of their pronunciation, okay, I'm not trying to be critical, okay, I just um, trying to say that I felt, okay, this is my opinion and this is my neutral opinion, okay, I'm not trying to be too critical or anything, okay, don't get me wrong, please. And okay, when it comes to pronunciation, there are sometimes their sounds sounded, okay, pronunciation sounded a bit vague or inefficient or ineffective, I don't know which, but a bit sound different, okay. It's slight, okay, it's subtle, and but they speak very fluently, and their communication was great, and I love I love to listen to them speaking English. Um, English is a tool for communication, right? In this respect, I think it's really fantastic that two Japanese people can communicate with each other in their foreign language, right? And this is something that I always wanted to do. I've never spoken to or I've never had any conversations with Japanese people in English for such a long time. Like it was like a 30-minute video or something. Okay, it was quite a long video. They talked a lot and they were able to communicate with each other perfectly in their foreign language, which is English. And that is fantastic to me. I was really, really impressed by that. Okay. And this guy at the polyglot, okay, he showed how he spoke in his foreign languages, like as many as 9 foreign languages, and I was impressed by that. Okay, but his English, first and foremost, is fantastic. Okay, he doesn't speak much. He's rather concise, and although he doesn't speak much, but he picks up words. Um, I mean precisely, and he picks up his words um, while thinking a lot, and he was opinionated, and he was able to express himself clearly in English. And I think English is very um, systematic. Okay, systematic. I think English is a systematic language, like building blocks. Okay, you can speak English like I mean building the making the building with the Lego blocks or something. And if you understand how to construct English sentences, you can just pick up the right verb and right objects or something, and you can just put one by one. Okay, add more information as you speak, and he is the one who can do such a thing, and I respect that very much because when I listen to him speaking English, it makes me feel that English a pretty simple and easy language, just by putting all those Lego blocks one by one, okay, or sometimes a group of blocks like which is called chunks, okay, put all those chunks here and there, and you can make a correct sentence pretty simply and easily. And I think that that's how Japanese should speak English. Okay, we don't have to speak very in a fancy way. Okay, we should use simple phrases, simple words to express our thoughts and opinions, and that's enough, I believe. Okay, it might not sound like native speakers. It might sound much simpler and much easier, but it doesn't mean that when you speak English, you are sounding like not intelligent. No, I don't think so. It's much better and much kinder to people from other countries, like non English speaking countries. Okay. So you don't have to speak fast, excessively fast. Okay. It doesn't show you that you're a fluent speaker. No, it's not showing of anything. I mean, it's not that I can't make this sentence. Okay. You don't have to show off your English skills. The most important thing is to convey your ideas, your thoughts to other people so that they can understand, right? So when I watched those Japanese men speaking English in the video, I realized that how and how we should learn English, and what they are doing in the video is a good example of what we should do as Japanese non-native English speakers. Okay, and having said that, though, okay, but English expressions, English sentences sound authentic. Okay, I mean, English, those men were speaking in that program sounded totally authentic and cool. Okay, and I really want to sound like them. Okay, and in the program, this polyglot guy named probably Kazu, okay, he said that he introduced this quote of Nelson Mandela from the South Africa. Okay, he said that the Nelson Mandela said that in this quote that if you speak the language that they understand, it goes to their brain. But if you speak their native language, it goes to their heart. And when I heard this, I was really, really impressed. Okay, I had goosebumps. Okay, I got goosebumps all over my body. He said that language is not just an tool for communication, but it's respect. Okay, it's respect towards their people, their cultures. Okay, and so that's why he wants to learn many languages so that he can show his respect towards people who speaks his target language. For example, afterwards I watched one of his short videos in which he was having a conversation with his teacher in his language program or something, online lesson or something. Okay, and he and his teacher, who is from Mexico. Okay, I think she's a native Spanish person, but somehow their lessons are done in English, and at first they introduced to each other, okay, and the teacher asks him, "What language do you speak?" or something, and since it was an English lesson, she asked him if he can speak two languages. One is his Japanese mother tongue, and the other is English. He's learning. Okay, he's practicing with her. And he started saying in Spanish, okay, not in English, that hablo español, inglés y japonés, or something like that. And it means that I can speak, okay, I speak Japanese, English, and Spanish in Spanish. And then, as soon as she heard him speaking in Spanish, her face, okay, her expression changed, okay, and she looked bright, okay, she looked happier, and it made her so surprised, okay, pleasantly surprised, okay, and she started speaking in Spanish, and okay, and in that program, I mean, with two Japanese men talking to each other in English, okay, the first video, okay, he said that when he speaks, he actually lived in Spain for 6 months, okay, and when he went there, since Spain is a tourist country, there are many tourists there, but most of the tourists only speak English to communicate with local people in Spain. So Spanish people, Spaniards, okay, Spanish people tend to assume that all those tourists speak English, but he started speaking in his Spanish, and it made the local people very, very happy because they didn't expect him to start speaking in Spanish, and their facial expressions were priceless. That's what he said in that video, and this shows how important it is to speak their native tongue, okay, as a tourist, even as a tourist, how happier they can feel if we speak their native tongue, okay, because it's quite difficult for tourists to learn their native tongue, right? I mean, if they travel to Spain, for example, and they can communicate with the local people in English nowadays because English is an international language, right? We can communicate with each other in English whenever possible, most of the time. But I hear at the same time that this Japanese guy, I mean, different Japanese guy, okay, he's one of the YouTubers though. He's a YouTuber, and he went to one of the Latin countries with his brother, and but the local people there couldn't understand English at all. So, but the only language he knew was English, so he had trouble communicating with people in English. And I was his live stream a week ago or so, and I told him that I'm learning Spanish now. And because I knew that he had trouble communicating with people in English in Latin American countries, okay, he traveled to several Latin American countries with his brother, but he realized that English is not enough to communicate with the local people, right? And I've watched any of the some other videos of his and learned that he had trouble actually communicating with people in English. I'm not sure, but okay, anyway. I think that my daughter wakes up now. I don't know. It makes me feel a bit pressured. I'm self-conscious. Okay, I really hope that she won't get down to the second floor where I am now. Okay, anyway. So I said in his live stream that I am learning Spanish now, and he is interested in me saying I'm learning Spanish, and because no, I don't have to say because at the beginning. Okay, he has been learning English for the last 3 or 4 years, and he's a great YouTuber teaching English to people. Okay, he teaches how to study English to Japanese people. Okay, and but now I'm learning Spanish also, right? And he went to any Spanish country, Latin American countries where he couldn't communicate with his English at all, right? And it made him realize that just knowing English is not enough. Okay. And I told him that I'm learning Spanish, and he got interested in me saying that. Okay. And I told him that learning Spanish through English is much easier than learning Spanish through Japanese, because English and Spanish have a lot in common, like Japanese and Chinese have a lot in common. Okay, and that was totally new to him, it seems, and he was quite surprised to know that. And I think that he might start learning Spanish in the very near future, I guess. I think what I said to him turned him on to some extent, because for us Japanese, learning English is very difficult. It's very challenging. But for other people from other countries, even though they are from non-English speaking countries, for some people from some countries, learning English is quite easy, much easier than we would feel, right? So being able to speak English itself is not exceptional at all when it comes to people from all over the world, right? It's pretty normal nowadays that, to be able to speak English has becoming more and more normal, right, these days. And even more and more so in the future, right? And then I think that being able to understand more foreign languages, like not only English but also other foreign languages like Spanish, Chinese, even French and Italian, any other, and even Japanese, right? In Chinese, I said so already. It's I don't know how to say. It's very helpful for you, okay? And I heard this story from university professor. He is Japanese, and he's also polyglot himself. His first foreign language is probably Russian or English, and ever since then, he learned more than 3 or 4 languages. Okay. And he's a university professor, and he published many books, not only related to the language, but also he's a very good author. I mean, he writes very well in Japanese. Okay. If he can write something good in Japanese, I think that he can write pretty well in his foreign languages, because he understands how effective, no, how he can write effectively, right? As I think that he's a good writer, not only in his mother tongue, but also in his foreign languages also. And he said something like that in, this interview program I watched on YouTube some time ago. Okay, he said that you should learn not only English but also other foreign languages, because in this way, if you only learn English as your foreign language, English native speakers can be someone exceptional, right? Because they are native, right? And you are non-native, and you tend to feel that always in inferiority to some extent. Okay, but if you learn other foreign languages than English, like Spanish, Chinese, whichever, then I mean, you have, I don't know how to say this, you shouldn't focus only on English, right? Or native English speakers, right? I think this is right. And so that's why I feel more relaxed about my foreign languages after studying my, I mean, third and fourth languages, like which are Spanish and Chinese. If I had only learned English, okay, in the past, if English is the only foreign language for me at the moment, okay, if English was one of the only foreign language that I can understand, I would tend to focus more on my mistakes, my inferiority, or dumbness or something like that. But since I can understand more languages like Spanish and Chinese, okay, I can, I don't know, I can make it. Okay, I can take things less seriously. Okay, I cannot explain it in English very well right now, but okay, I'll practice. Okay, but the more languages you can understand, the better it is for you to not to take one language too seriously. Okay, that's basically what I wanted to say. Okay, and yeah, go back to the story. Two guys, right, talking to each other in English, and it itself was fantastic to me, because I always wanted to communicate with Japanese people in English, because in the past I didn't know how to speak English. Okay, I didn't understand what being able to speak English really means. Okay, I didn't get the whole picture. I didn't know what it was. Okay, but now I think that I'm speaking English, right? Because it's totally impromptu. I haven't prepared anything. When I was watching the video last night, okay, around before midnight, I had trouble falling asleep and I ended up watching the video. Okay, and where was I? I tend to forget things while I'm speaking. Okay. Yeah, I started watching the video, right? And until a little while ago, what was I was talking about? I tend to forget. Okay. Yeah, uh, I'll I'll remember. Uh, okay, the professor, right? And more than two languages, right? Yeah, I wanted to know what speaking English is all about. Okay, and in the past, and when I was watching the video, right? And what did I think? What did I think? Yeah, anyway, yeah, it was really difficult for me um to understand what speaking your foreign language is all about. Okay, and when I was watching the video yesterday, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Okay, anyway, it took such a long time for me to finally realize that, yeah, I'm speaking English right now. Okay, but I don't know how I don't know, I ended up doing this. Is it okay? Is my sentence does my sentence make sense? I hope so. Um anyway, but yeah, in the past I couldn't even make myself understood, and I was not able to communicate with people in English, and I couldn't think of myself communicating with Japanese people in English, and because it could be easier for us to communicate with our own language, right? Yeah, it happens to international couples, I hear. For example, the boyfriend is an American and the girlfriend is Japanese, and if his Japanese is better than her English, then the main language they use is English, Japanese, because it's easier for them to communicate with each other. It's faster, right? And I tend to think that international couples are good because I often envy them because they can teach their languages to each other, right? I thought so, but I hear that this is not necessarily true because uh, they cannot use many expressions, many sentences to communicate with each other. Once they became a couple, they can communicate with not using many words, many sentences. They can understand with each other in a simpler way without even using the language, and they tend to use only one language that they find easier for them to use, right? In this case, even though, for example, the girlfriend wants to improve her English, but the boyfriend never uses his own mother tongue, which is English, for her, because for him it's much quicker, much easier, much more comfortable for him to use his Japanese. So it happens, and so but I always envy international couples. I was talking about this in some other videos okay? Because I've never done it myself. I've never been there. I've never done that. Okay, that's why. But until I die, I wish I could experience just once. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I don't think I'm very popular with men or even women. I don't know. But about my soulmate, I don't think that it has to be a man. Okay. When it comes to my soulmate, um, whether it be a man or a woman, it doesn't matter, I guess. Okay. In the future, I might be able to live with someone else. Okay. And if someone else, that person, um, was someone I can trust, and then it would be great. And I don't care whether it be a man or a woman. And it would be fantastic. It would be great if I could have my soulmate in the future. I'm not sure. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, where was I? And yeah, I was able to learn lots of things from them. And I also learned lots of English expressions that they were using in the video. So, yeah, yesterday it turned out to be a great day. Okay. And this morning, what did I watch? Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? I don't know, but okay. Yeah, I always speak as I think. Okay. I really wanted to talk about this. Okay, this morning, yes, I watched one of my videos ever since I started this speaking practice, and that was the video I video shot myself on my fifth day. Okay, fifth day, and somehow, I made it private. Okay, once at first, as soon as I video shot myself in the video, I mean the fifth video, it was the video from last year. Okay, I shot myself, videotaped myself speaking English, and this was my fifth day, and I shot the video on August 7th, the year 2023, almost 1 year ago. Okay, and I was speaking English in a bathroom with no air conditioning, and with I turned off the ventilator, okay, so that it wouldn't be noisy. And I was speaking English into the camera like this. I was using my iPhone to videotape myself, and I remember now how I was feeling while videotaping myself on that day. Okay, I remembered that day vividly, but I forget all about what I was doing, okay, in terms of English. And I somehow wanted to go back to my older videos this morning, just after waking up after my power nap. Okay. I didn't know if I should get up or not, or I didn't know if I still would continue to sleep for some time, and there was nothing to do nothing else to do in my bed, and I took out my iPhone, and I was looking at all those older videos of mine, and I happened to find some of the very first videos that I video shot myself, and just after I uploaded all those first several videos, very beginning videos, okay, last year, I uploaded them and I let people so that people could see. But after when after my 100th day or so, I stopped this practice for about 6 months, okay, until the last spring this year, okay, for the 6 months, okay, I didn't do any speaking practice because on the 100th day or so, I couldn't put up with any longer. I mean, I wanted to give up because my spoken English didn't seem to be getting any better anymore. So I stopped doing my daily practice. And at that time, or when I decided to start it all over again this year, spring, okay, I tried to start it as someone anonymous, okay, because I didn't want to let people know who I am. So I probably that was when I decided to make all those public videos in which my face appeared, okay, public to I don't know how to say public to private, okay. And so basically, practically, my channel, all those videos are videos that don't have my face in them, okay, so that nobody knows who I am. I was self-conscious, okay. I was self-conscious, and which is not very good in terms of trying to break your comfort zone, trying to get yourself out of your comfort zone, because in this case, you shouldn't avoid anything, okay, to protect yourself. Rather, you have to be brave, and so that to be stronger, right, mentally, mentally, because when you speak English, your mental has a lot to do with how well you can speak, right? And you tend to feel that you would give people good impression about yourself, right? But with this mindset, I strongly believe that you cannot improve your spoken language, especially spoken language, because when you speak, it happens instantly, right? And you cannot avoid making mistakes or getting stuck or making yourself look stupid or something like that, right? And if you really want to protect yourself so that you won't get hurt, you cannot grow, okay? So that's why I decided to make some of the private videos public just recently. And I thought that I did it all of my first videos, okay, older videos, the oldest videos. But I was wrong. I only made some of the oldest videos public, and the video I made public today was just one of them, and I decided to watch it again, and I started watching it, and I was really struggling with my spoken English, and I felt like crying even while speaking English. But I actually, looking back now, I don't look like that at all. I didn't show my feelings while speaking English, and I said so in that video also. Okay, I was talking about the older video. I mean the video was shot on my fifth day, right? And in that video, I was talking about even the older video, like my second video, third video, fourth video, I guess. Okay, the video that I video shot myself the day before. Okay, and I was talking about the previous video in that video. Okay, and I was saying something like that. When I was videotaping myself, I felt like crying because words didn't come out as soon as I wanted, and it made me feel so dumb. Okay, and I actually was feeling the same way when I was talking about that in that video on the fifth day. But when I watch it again, I don't get any impression like that. Okay. Partly because I said that I remember how I was feeling back then vividly, now even now, but in a more precisely, I almost forget everything. Okay, I didn't remember as much as I thought I am now. Okay, I do. Okay, and compared myself about a year ago. Yeah, maybe now I'm able to speak English much more comfortably. Okay, but as a content of the video, what I was doing a year ago is much more interesting for viewers because I was struggling, right? I can't explain it very well in English, but okay. Anyway, I learned a lot from my own video a year ago, and it was quite interesting to see it. And I might make some of other oldest videos public one of these days. And I was quite surprised to know that if I make the oldest video public now, it shows the latest video as latest video. Okay, it's if it's it must have been my oldest one, but if I make it public now, I don't know how to say this. I it's shown as my latest one. Okay, I'm quite confused about this because it's from a year ago, right? The video is from a year ago, but people would assume that that is the latest one. That is my latest one, right? It's a bit confusing, and I don't like people to assume something like that. So I added some information, explanation in my description of the video so that they could understand that that was the video I taped myself a year ago. Okay, in the title, I included like my fifth day or the date of the video, the original date of the video in the title, so that the people wouldn't have any wrong idea about the video. Okay, anyway, so I talked about the video I watched in the middle of the night last night, and my video, my one of the oldest videos I watched this morning. Okay, I learned a lot from those videos, and it's good that you record yourself in order to understand how much progress you have been making. This is the most I don't know, this is the most convenient way for you to do to compare yourself with compare your old yourself. I can explain it. I can't say it in English properly though. Okay, because you are in the process of doing something, you are in the middle of something, you tend to forget what you were doing in the past, right? And you tend to feel that you are not progressing in actually at all. But it's not that. Unless you stop, you continue, and you continue to do it. If you continue to do it, your skills are actually improving. You must have been progressing, but you tend to forget that you are progressing because everything that is happening to you is everything to you right now, right? And it happens to me. So sometimes I tend to feel like giving up just because I feel that what I'm doing doesn't seem to be improving at all, doesn't seem to be changing at all. But this is wrong, and you should look back on what you are doing in this case, in such a situation, and then you can understand something has changed for sure, which makes you feel relieved and which makes you feel more motivated, because practice makes perfect. I'm a strong believer of this. And so unless you give up, you can continue to grow. I'm speaking to myself now, I'm talking to myself now. Okay, and it's also very encouraging to know that how much you have actually improved, right? As I was watching myself speaking English a year ago this morning, okay, I really wanted to give advice to myself. Okay, you should pronounce this word more clearly, or because I was not confident at all a year ago while speaking English, and I feel more comfortable now. Okay, so I feel like I was my own instructor, giving instructions to my old self, and it's pretty fun. Okay, and but I'm actually proud of myself. Okay, because I was struggling a lot, and it doesn't look very cool. Okay, it isn't impressive to other people maybe, but still, it was quite encouraging to me. Okay, and I was encouraged by myself, my old self, and it's very interesting, right? Yeah, so that's why I really recommend you record yourself if you are doing something. um, yeah, if there is something that you are working on, and then you look back on something that you were doing and compared yourself now with yourself a year ago or so, and you'll be surprised how much improvements you have actually made. Okay, okay, that's about it for today. The weather is fantastic, nice. If you are inside, outside, I opened the window a little while ago, just before I started videotaping myself. It was like, I don't know, I don't know, very hot air, just hot air coming into my room, and it was, it was, it was terrible. I couldn't speak anything. Okay, I was at a loss for words. Okay, it was surprising. It was just I don't know. My adjectives are very limited, especially today, and I cannot explain how I felt at that time. But it was just terrible, and I'm so happy to be able to be inside. And today, I'm going to read a lot of books. Okay, today I don't have any appointments or whatsoever. I can feel relaxed throughout the day, but I put on my makeup because I have to be sitting in front of a camera like this to be presentable enough. I put on my makeup. Okay, but usually if I don't have any appointments or anything to do outside, then I don't wear any makeup. Okay. um, okay, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow too. I really hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, wherever you are. Okay, bye for now.